This is Entertainment for Review, and after a brief break for the Halloween season, we're back with another episode of The Big Bang Theory. Today we're going to be taking a look at Season 3, Episode 11, The Maternal Congruence. This episode gets this title because we see a return of Leonard's mother. This episode starts off with Leonard, Penny, and Sheldon all watching a Christmas movie, The Grinch. And while Leonard and Penny are just enjoying it, we find out that Sheldon, of course, has his own takes that I guess you could say are more unconventional on this and other Christmas classics, such as him rooting for the Grinch all the way up until the point where he decides to give all the Christmas items back. We then see Leonard and Penny decorating the tree in Leonard and Sheldon's apartment. Sheldon doesn't want to participate, but he does want to put on his Sir Isaac Newton ornament. He then reveals that Leonard's mother is coming to visit, something that Penny did not know yet. And when she asks why, it's revealed that Leonard has not yet told his mother that they're dating. Sheldon tries to help in his own way, but is really just making things worse.
Interject here. Obviously, Leonard is concerned that his mother won't approve of you as his mate.
He says that Leonard comes from a high-performing family and his mother might not approve of someone like Penny, whose highest achievement is memorizing every item on the Cheesecake Factory menu. So we start off with Penny a little annoyed at Leonard. We then see Sheldon in the backseat of the car with Leonard's mother, and she's thanking him for coming to the airport to pick her up. However, not thanking Leonard, who's the one actually driving the car. We then have a very awkward car drive scene in which we learn that Sheldon keeps in contact with Leonard's mother more than he does, as he talks about having helped her with a paper and having known about a surgery that Leonard didn't know about that Sheldon sent flowers for. We then learn that Leonard's brother, who's a character that we never see on the show, is getting engaged to a woman. He seems to have an impressive resume of being a two-time Olympic bronze medalist and an appeals court judge. This is just also to show a contrast between what's expected in Leonard's family and what he's doing. So this shouldn't matter. When Leonard's mother asks if he's dating anybody, he chooses not to tell her at this time. Later, Leonard's mother is having dinner with Leonard, Sheldon, Raj, and Howard, and she chooses that time to remind Raj and Howard that she thinks they have some sort of relationship going on that's beyond just pure friendship.
So, Howard, have you and Rajesh finally summoned the courage to express your latent homosexual feelings towards one another?
Howard tries to say he has a girlfriend now, but she doesn't really believe it, and because Leonard thinks it's funny, he basically says he's never heard of Howard having a girlfriend. Penny does eventually come in and join the conversation, and you would think Leonard might take this as an opportunity to talk about their dating, but he doesn't get a chance because instead Leonard's mom reveals two things. One, that she's divorcing Leonard's father, and two, that his dog died. Leonard is of course upset by both of these things, and he's of course upset by the fact that Sheldon knew it first. And his mother doesn't really acknowledge his being upset, and he storms out of the room. Penny drives Leonard's mother back to her hotel, and after getting more information than she wants, she decides to stop to drink. Leonard's mother says she doesn't drink, and Penny says she'll teach her. Sheldon, in his own way, attempts to comfort Leonard. Interesting thing I notice here is that Sheldon doesn't offer Leonard a hot beverage, which is something he would always do later in the show when someone's upset, because he believes it's the social convention. In Sheldon's odd kind of way, he basically tells Leonard that he's there for him even if his family's not.
Always have me, your surrogate family.
You're my surrogate family?
If it's any consolation, I'm not happy about it either.
Penny and Leonard's mom are drinking at the bar. This is quickly allowing Leonard's mother to loosen up, and Penny takes the opportunity to tell her that she's dating Leonard. Then proceeds to ask Penny a rather inappropriate question. Then they begin discussing why Leonard hadn't told her. And Leonard's mother says that either he was embarrassed by their relationship, or he didn't care enough about his mother to tell her that he was in one. And either way, one of them should be insulted, and Penny thinks that they should go find out who. So they show back up at the apartment and wake Leonard up.
Leonard! Sonny boy!
Leonard's mother then asks him why he didn't tell her that he was dating Penny. She offers Penny a lot of compliments and also a few insults, although those might have been unintentional. And Leonard counters wanting to know why she didn't tell him a lot of the things that she hasn't told him throughout this episode, such as her pending divorce. And even though she's drunk, the therapist comes out as she asks Leonard if he wants a closer relationship, and he says he does. So she gives him an awkward hug and sends him off to bed. Penny and Beverly are about to leave when Sheldon comes out and asks what's going on, and Beverly in her drunk state kisses Sheldon, which I imagine was quite the shock for Sheldon, and then she says she would have rather had the busboy from the Cheesecake Factory.
Come here.
We end the episode with an awkward drive back to the airport for Leonard's mother. Both Penny and Beverly are both hungover from the night before. Beverly thanks them for the ride, and Sheldon accepts again even though Leonard is driving. Beverly has given her approval of Leonard and Penny dating and gives her some more compliments and some more unintentional insults. And after some of her comments, Leonard says he's over there not talking enough. Beverly offers Sheldon an apology for the night before, and when Leonard inquires what's this about, everybody in the car agrees that he shouldn't know. That's how we end Season 3, Episode 11, The Maternal Congruence. This episode's an interesting one, and it is a holiday one, but with all that goes on in this episode, you almost forget that. We're talking about holiday things in the beginning, but after Leonard's mother gets there, that all seems to go out the window, and that's not the focus any longer. This is more of an episode during the holidays than a holiday episode. This episode does allow us to see a little more about Leonard's past, such as that holidays were not a joyful time for him as a child, because his family did not celebrate in the traditional way. We already knew that his relationship with his mother wasn't great, and they don't communicate well, so there's a lot of things going on in her life that he's not aware of, as there are things going on in his life that she's not aware of. But in an odd way, this episode does seem to create a small gateway for improvement there. He is definitely finally started building the good foundations for a relationship with Leonard's mother. And Sheldon, of course, already has a great relationship with Leonard's mother. All in all, this second appearance of Leonard's mother was a very interesting one. I would score this episode at a very strong 8 out of 10. Please let me know your thoughts on this episode in the comment section below. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and keep an eye out for my next video coming soon.